Hello and welcome back to Ask Nolan. Today we're going to be taking a look at question number 8 from Unit Test 2 for Algebra 1. In this question here, it says select two linear inequalities whose solution is shown on the graph. Well, we have a red line and a blue line, so I'll use my two different colors to talk about those lines. I'm going to just start with the blue line first. So in order to make sure we pick out the right inequalities, we need to identify some key features, okay? So let me move this down here. All right, so for the blue line, all right, immediately we see that it's dotted, okay, has a positive slope. These are some key features. The y-intercept is -2, okay? And the shading for the blue line, this would be above and this would be below. So for the blue line, the shading is actually below. Shaded below. Okay? So we can get that out the way. Now, with that being said, for the blue line, if it's dotted and it's shaded below, that means we're going to have the less than symbol. Okay? Now let's talk about the red line. The red line it's a solid line, right? Solid. Okay. It also has a positive slope. All right. What else can we say? The y-intercept is +2. Okay. And it is shaded above. The shading for the red line is above. All right. Now, with that being said, if it's solid and it's shaded above, above means greater than and solid means or equal to. Okay. So now we have some good details about each one of our lines here. Just putting some dots next to the blue stuff. So we have our key features of each line. Now we can go ahead and take a look at these answer choices to see if we can eliminate some, okay? So let's start with the blue line, the blue line. It has to be dotted or it has to have a less than symbol. So let's look for the ones that have less than symbols. A has a less than symbol, C has a less than symbol, and E has a less than symbol. So it's going to be one of those three. Now, let's use our key features. It has a positive slope. Well, A's slope is negative, so it can't be A. C and D both have positive slopes, so we're almost there. And they both have a y-intercept of -2. So what we're going to need to do with the blue line is actually figure out what the slope is because they both have the correct y-intercept, right? That's a check. So now we need to take a look at each of their slopes to figure out which slope is the correct slope. I'm going to identify the y-intercept as one point, and then I'm going to identify one other point on this line that goes straight through the grid, which would be right here, okay? Now, let's go ahead and calculate the slope. This would be, we have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we went to the right 2. So the slope for the blue line is 5/2. Now, with that being said, we go back to our answer choices, which means that answer choice C is going to be the correct one here. That's going to be the one for the blue line, okay? Now let's talk about the red line. The red line has to have greater than or equal to, which B and D both have greater than or equal to. The y-intercept has to be +2. Well, between these, D has a -2 and B has a positive 2. So D is not going to be our correct answer. It would be B here. So our two answer choices should be B and C for number